Hi friends, welcome back once again to my channel Divine Traveler, the tale behind the stone walls. Episode number 33, and as we move through the Gujarat coastline, I cover our visits to the Union Territory of Diu, the Divine Somnath Temple and one of the Char Dhams, Dwarkadhish, covering days 90 to 92. I begin our first destination from Bhavnagar, Diu, where we stayed on day number 90. Diu is a medieval fortified town in Diu district in the Union Territory of Dadra and Nagar Haveli and Daman and Diu, India. Diu district is the 10th least populated district of India. The town of Diu lies at the eastern end of Diu Island and is known for its fortress and old Portuguese cathedral. It is a fishing town now. Talking about a bit of history, due to its strategic importance, there was a Battle of Diu in 1509 between Portugal and the combined force of Mamluks, Venetians, the Ragusians and the Zamorin of Calicut and the Sultan of Gujarat, Mahmud Begada. In 1513, the Portuguese tried to establish an outpost, but negotiations were unsuccessful. There were failed attempts by Diogo Lopes de Siqueira in 1521 and Nuno da Cunha in 1523. In 1531, the conquest attempted by Nuno da Cunha was unsuccessful again. In 1535, Bahadur Shah, the Sultan of Gujarat, concluded a defensive alliance with the Portuguese against the Mughal Emperor Humayun and allowed the Portuguese to construct the Diu fort and maintain a garrison on the island. After the alliance failed, Bahadur Shah sought to recover Diu but was defeated and killed by Portuguese, followed by a period of war between them and the people of Gujarat. In 1538, Khoja Sofar, Lord of Cambay, together with Ottoman Suleiman Pasha, came to lay siege to Diu and were defeated by Portuguese resistance led by Anthony Silveira. A second siege was imposed by the same Khoja Sofar in 1546. It was repelled by Portuguese conquerors led on land by João Mascarenhas and at sea by João de Castro. Khoja Sofar and Fernando de Castro, son of Portuguese viceroy, perished in the struggle. The fortress completed by Dom João de Castro after the siege of 1545 still stands. The island was occupied by the Indian military on 19 December 1961. The Battle of Diu involved overwhelming land, sea and air strikes on the conclave for 48 hours until the Portuguese garrison was surrendered. It was declared a Union Territory of India. Goa, Daman and Diu. Goa separated as a state in 1987. The remainder became Union Territory of Daman and Diu. Diu is also famous for the INS Khukri Memorial. During the Indo-Pak War in 1971, she fell prey to 3 torpedoes fired by Pakistan submarine on 12th September 1971 and sank 40 nautical miles off the coast of Diu, taking down with her a crew of 18 officers and 176 sailors. Captain Mahendranath Mulla, Mahavir Chakra posthumous of the Indian Navy, the then commanding officer of the ship, chose to go down with the warship. The heroic act of Captain Mulla and his valiant crew, a shining example of unyielding spirit and indomitable courage, glorifying the haste traditions of the Indian Navy. The INS Khukri Memorial was inaugurated on 15 December 1999 and is found erected on the hillock at Chakratirth Beach. It is a replica of INS Khukri naval ship. On day 91, we visited the Somnath Temple at Prabhaspatan and stayed there. Situated at Prabhaspatan, it is one of the most sacred pilgrimage sites, the Tirtha Kshetra for Hindus, and is the first among the 12 Jyotirlinga shrines of Shiva. Somnath Temple is believed to be the oldest temple in Bharat's history, almost around 10,000 years old. Various texts including the Mahabharata and Bhagavata Puran mention a Tirtha at Prabhaspatan on the coastline of Saurashtra where the later temple was. The temple was reconstructed several times in the past after repeated destruction by multiple Muslim invaders and rulers, notably starting with an attack by Mahmud Ghazni in January 1026. The Somnath Temple is a living example of Hindu resilience against invaders, being almost reconstructed 7 times despite being destroyed. The present Somnath Temple was reconstructed in the Maru Gurjara style of Hindu temple architecture after independence. The contemporary Somnath Temple's reconstruction was stayed under the orders of the first Deputy Prime Minister of India, Vallabhbhai Patel. The reconstruction was completed in May 1951. The Somnath Temple is located eastward to the Veeraval port, one of the 3 ancient trading ports in Gujarat from where Indian merchants departed to trade goods. The 11th century Persian historian Al-Biruni states that Somnath has become so famous because it was the harbour for seafaring people and a station for those who went to and fro between Sufala in the country of Jans, East Africa and China. Combined with its repute as an eminent pilgrimage site, its location was well known to the kingdoms within the Indian subcontinent. Literature and epigraphical evidence suggest that the medieval era Veeraval port was so actively trading with the Middle East and Southeast Asia. This brought wealth and fame to the city as well as to the temple. The site of Somnath was first occupied during the Saraswati civilization. It was one of the few sites in the Junagadh district to be occupied at that time, almost around 5,000 to 6,000 years ago. According to history, the site of Somnath has been a pilgrimage site from ancient times on account of being a Triveni Sangam, the confluence of 3 rivers Kapila, Hiran and Saraswati. Soma, the moon god, is believed to have lost his luster due to a curse and he bathed in the Saraswati river at this site to regain it. The result is said to be the waxing and waning of the moon. The name of the town Prabhasa meaning luster, as well as alternative name Someshwara, the lord of the moon and the moon god, arise from this tradition. The name Someshwara begins to appear in records from the 9th century. The Gurjara Pratihara king Nagabhatta II recorded that he had invited various tirthas in Saurashtra including Someshwara. The Chalukya king Mula Raja is believed to have built the first temple dedicated to Soma at the site sometime before 997 CE, even though some historians believe that he may have renovated an earlier smaller temple. The content on this brilliant temple is unlimited and discussions can go on and on and on. Just for the information of the devotees who visit, the temple strictly prohibits shorts or half pants. In case one is in shorts at the temple, do not worry. The police checking point has a cloth cover which they provide for a security deposit of Rs 50. The amount is returned on returning the cloth while the temple exit. On 92nd day, we moved towards one of the Char Dhams, Dwarka from Somnath, and we stayed there. The Dwarkadhish temple, also known as the Jagat Mandir, is a Hindu temple dedicated to Krishna, who is worshipped in the temple by the name Dwarkadhish or King of Dwarka. The main shrine of the 5-storied building, supported by 72 pillars, is known as Jagat Mandir or Nija Mandir. Archaeological findings suggest the original temple was built in 200 BCE at the earliest. The temple was rebuilt and enlarged in the 15th to 16th century. The temple became part of the Char Dham pilgrimage considered sacred by Hindus in India. Adi Shankara, the 8th century Hindu theologian and philosopher, visited the shrine, the other three being comprising Rameshwaram, Badrinath and Puri. A memorial within the temple is dedicated to his visit. Dwarkadhish is the 98th Divya Desam of Vishnu on the subcontinent, glorified in the Divya Prabandha sacred texts. As per legend, Dwarka was built on a piece of land by Krishna that was reclaimed from the sea. According to Mahabharata, the sage Durvasa once visited Krishna and his wife Rukmini. The sage wished that the pair took him to their place, demanding that they pull his chariot like horses. The pair agreed and started to carry the sage, even as the latter struck Rukmini when she fell. After some distance, according to local tradition, Rukmini got tired and she requested some water from Krishna. Krishna dug a hole with his powers that brought in the river Ganga to the place. Durvasa was furious and cursed Rukmini to remain in the place. The temple where Rukmini's shrine is found is believed to be the place where she stood. Finding no fault with the divine couple, Durvasa blessed Krishna with invincibility everywhere except the soles of his feet and declared that Rukmini would be the foremost of the deity's spouses and would be his eternal companion in the next world as well. The temple is at an elevation of 12.19 meters above mean sea level. It faces west. The temple layout consists of a Garbhagriha and an Antarala. The original structure was destroyed by Mahmud Begada in 1473. The existing temple is dated to 16th century. The Dwarkadhish temple, also known as Jagat Mandir, is a 5-story structure constructed primarily of limestone and sandstone. The temple is supported by a total of 72 pillars that form the structural framework of the building. The temple has two principal gateways. The northern entrance, known as the Moksha Dwara, door to salvation, opens towards the local market, while the southern entrance, called the Swarga Dwara, gate to heaven, leads to a flight of 56 steps descending to the ghats of Gomti river. The temple has an east-west length of 29 meter and north-south width of 23 meter and is constructed of limestone having intricate carvings. The temple spire rises to a height of 78 meters. A flag hoisted over the spire shows the sun and moon, which is believed to indicate that Krishna would be there until the sun and moon exist on earth. The flag is 50 feet in length and is changed 4 times a day with a new one, and devotees pay a huge sum of money to hoist it by purchasing a new flag. Friends, with this I come to the end of episode number 33. My final episode of season 1 of Long Trip series will come soon. Till then, do take care of yourselves and bye for now.